I talk about the woman who has that problem where she has to pleasure herself 47 times a day. And then I realize it's weirder to hear Creepy Jeffrey theorizing about some sort of contraption that she uses to keep herself in shape, so to speak.
Look, when you guys talk about sex, I have nothing to add. I'm just sitting over here in the corner, just like, what? Just thinking about God knows what.
Taking notes, I think, would be a wise option for you.
Well, I just kind of zone out. But anyway, no offense to the show.
Say, none taken.
But, when we kind of steer the subject matter over to something I understand, I have something to add. And I was just thinking, I was like, 47 times in one day is a lot. And you can't do that without some sort of assistance. And I mean, like, lubricant-wise. And I think the amount of Jergens one would go through, or whatever women use.
You said you were an expert on this.
I'm talking from the male perspective.
Do you see like a I don't know, an IV bag?
I'm thinking she wears like a camel pack, except instead of filling it with water, it's kind of like wrapped around her, and then it just kind of goes down here, and there's some sort of drip system.
I picture like one of those things that clowns would wear. That's a flower that you have the little squeeze bowl that shoots stuff out, but it's reversed. She just sort of taps herself, and it does its thing that way.
Well, look, there's a standard amount that comes out. But, if you need that extra boost, you can hit a button and a little more will come out.
Yeah, that's right. Gives you a shot of Tabasco or something to help it along.
I don't think that would help at all.
Well, you don't know what you're talking about.
Wow.
Hi, Rozak.
Yeah, this is a great conversation to walk into. I had a question, and I asked Wilcox about it, too. This girl obviously works in a professional environment.
Yeah.
Imagine how many people's hands she shakes every day that don't know what she does.
Well, how many people shake my hand every day?
All right.
Never touch you again, Jeffrey.
All right. Well, on that note, we did learn a lot, and we just went a little bit too far with what we learned moments ago. But we'll find out what else we had learned previous to that. Coming up next, we'll let Rozak take over.